Hello again, this is the Professor. I'm going to be going over a game today that actually has not come out yet, but I'm extremely excited about, extremely interested in. This game that I'm going to be covering is American McGee's Alice: Madness Returns. Now, I'm really excited about this game for one sole reason. I've played through the first Alice a countless number of times, and I love that game to death. There are few things that I find enjoyment in more than cutting a card soldier in half and watching it bleed everywhere when you slash it with the butcher knife. But I'm really obviously not going to be doing an actual review of the game because it actually has not come out. It's not even really got a release date that I know of yet. What I'm going to be looking at is the actual teasers that we've gotten to date and the symbolism that I've noticed within the teasers. Now, you might not have noticed these like I have, or I might just be reading too much into the trailers themselves, but we'll just see. It makes for a really interesting conversation piece for fans of the series, at least I think it does. First one we're going to be looking at is the Fiery Tentacles teaser. This is the one where she is walking through the cold streets of London. Now, notice she's alone in these streets. She's cold, she's freezing. This could be a symbol, or could be symbolism towards she's alone in this world of madness that she herself has created. Or this could just be showing that it's a really freaking cold night and she's walking through the streets of London at the middle of the night and there's no one around. Also, take notice of the usage of the Mad Hatter's Tea Party within the display that's just randomly there on the streets of London. This, I feel, is a symbol of the fact that Wonderland is always with Alice and will never leave her alone. She cannot get away from Wonderland. It's going to be there forever. It's there with her no matter what she does. Also, there is the apparitions of her mother and father. Now, this lays back into, if you remember from first game, she blames herself for the deaths of her parents. This can be showing that the deaths of her parents are deeply woven into the game of Madness Returns. And I have also seen actual documentation from the dev team saying that the death of her parents really does take a lot into the storyline. And from what I understand, that actual interview happened after this teaser, so my point is still valid, despite the fact that it's already been proven. It could also be going back towards the fact that her blaming herself for the death of the parents has not disappeared yet, and she sees them. Also, take notice of the usage of the Red Queen and the White Rabbit within the fire that spews from this display. Now, if you remember correctly, 1, her parents died in a fire, a symbolism of one of her fears. 2, the Red Queen is a symbolism of yet another fear, and is also one of her fears concerning to Wonderland. The Red Queen is the image and the symbol of all things evil and wrong and dark within Wonderland to Alice. And 3, the White Rabbit is the entry into Wonderland. So you could take this whole scene as in saying she fears not only the fire, but the entry back into Wonderland, fears going back due to the image of the White Rabbit, and also just Wonderland in and of itself with the Red Queen being her image of Wonderland, being what she imagines and notices or thinks of whenever she thinks of Wonderland. And the last part for this teaser is the usage of these tentacles. And no, I'm not going to go into a tentacle rape joke because I'm sure that's been made before. The tentacles could be symbolizing the fact that she cannot get away from Wonderland. No matter what she does to fight back against Wonderland, she's never going to get out. She's never going to get away. She's going to be drugged out no matter what she wants. Also, you can think about it this way, that the tentacles are actually part of the Red Queen. And that is the Red Queen wanting to pull her back into Wonderland so she can continue to exact her vengeance upon Alice. Now, we're going to move on to the last one of the teasers that I'm going to be looking at, and this is the Violence in Wonderland teaser. Now, this one's symbolisms have a lot less to do with Alice in and of herself, and the madness that she's going into, the world that the decay of her sanity. And has a lot more to do with the fact of her connection to Wonderland itself. When this trailer starts, notice that Everything is calm, pure, perfect. It is fine. It is the beautiful wonderland that some people think of going with like the Disney movies. It's a beautiful setting. It's a beautiful scenery. Everything of that sort. But then Alice gets up and starts venturing into Wonderland. She starts going through Wonderland. And at this point, the caterpillar notices her. You could take the caterpillar not only as himself, but the actual image of Wonderland in this teaser. That Wonderland has taken notice of Alice. And at this point, Alice's presence is what causes all hell to break loose. Because only after the caterpillar notices her does things go haywire, does things go wrong, things are blowing up, things are going to hell. So you can tie this back to saying that Alice is the cause of everything within Wonderland. Everything before she showed up, if she had never showed up in Wonderland, everything would have been perfect. It would have been pure, untainted. It would have stayed the beautiful scenery of Wonderland. It would have never changed. But Alice showed up, and that screwed it all to hell. And lastly, and this is by far what I feel is the biggest point within this teaser, and this is the biggest symbology within this teaser, is the use of the Omega symbol on her necklace. Now, remember, the Omega symbol could very well stand for the end. That is much like God says, I'm the Alpha and Omega in the Bible. Alpha, the beginning. Omega, the end. The Omega symbol could be standing for she is the end of Wonderland. She is the destructor, the destroyer. That which is going to cause Wonderland to crumble, to crack, to fall. And she will be doing this by her own hands. This, I feel, is the hugest symbolism and the hugest symbol used within this teaser for the sole fact of the image it portrays of Alice being the destructor, this destroyer, this cause of the end of Wonderland. The cause to the end of everything. So, as you can see, just by watching through the trailers, the teasers themselves, you will see that the world of Wonderland that we're going to be going back to and running Alice around in this game is going to be going back to the demented version that we have grown to love from playing the very first game. I also have to give kudos to EA for one very specific thing. They have made a very wise choice, bringing this game to the PlayStation 3 and 360. Now, this is going to be going outside of the symbology, obviously, and just a little bit of a rant of my own. I'm very happy with this. I don't think that my laptop or the desktop I have are actually going to be able to play Alice to its full capacity, which was really annoying me and really irritating me and kind of worried me because I really want to play this new game. And when I found out that they're actually releasing this for the PS3 and 360, I was overexcited for the sole fact anyone who knows me knows I love PlayStation 3. So I really go kudos to you, EA, for making this. Just all I can say is please, 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 don't let us down. Don't screw this up. Make this a good game. You're laying a good foundation on these teasers themselves, on what you've shown us so far. Keep it up. Keep it going. This is the Professor signing off, saying, may your madness always be eternal. Oh, and seriously, look at this face right here. Is this not one of the creepiest scenes or creepiest pictures from a video game you have ever seen in your life? That should excite you if nothing else.